I hope everybody's having a good weekend or had a good weekend now that it's almost over. Um, Thanks for tuning in. My name is Robert John, or John, I prefer. I answer better to John. But so this week, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to share some information with you, some notes from some different sources. Some of them are from uh, courses that I've took or taken. Um, some are just articles that I've read and just different resources. But the title this is going to be in several different parts because I can't fit it all into one episode. So there's going to be multiple parts. But the title is "The Need for Salvation uh, Based Therapy in Christian Lives." All right. So, in fact, you don't need to. I'm gonna shut the camera off for me because you don't really need to see me. I want you to hear this. That's what's most important. I just want to pop on so I can wave to you. But this is a very small area here. I need something bigger. But all right, let's move on here. Let's begin. I don't know how this is going live. This is supposed to be being recorded. Oh boy. Anyway, I thought I hit record, but apparently it's live. So here I am. Hi. Anyway, I want to keep this at at least like 30 minutes here. I don't want to bore you. But this topic I'm going to carry on for the next couple of weeks. But I do want to say this is that, I've taken many courses, and a few of those courses my Christian friends frowned upon. And to name a couple, I've taken psychology courses. I've taken hypnosis courses. I'm actually certified as a master hypnotist. I've taken courses on human behavior. I'm certified in cognitive behavior therapy. I'm certified in neuro-linguistic programming. These are secular things. These are CBT and NLP are both being used by psychologists, psychiatrists, all types of therapists. But how do you know how to approach an issue or a problem if you're unfamiliar with it? The Bible tells us how to deal with problems, but we have to be able to identify the problem. It's not always a lack of faith. There are many churches out there, especially, and I'm not going to start naming denominations, but there are many churches, okay, smaller in size, small congregation, but I've been there. I've been to them, and I've seen them, and I've seen how they deal with things, and many times they approach a psychological problem the same way that they would approach an addiction problem. And it can't be. We have to be able to identify what is the root cause of this problem. What is the problem? Most importantly, what is the problem? Because many times someone who has an addiction may have a psychological problem also. So you've got to understand how to approach each one of those separately. The Bible doesn't tell us, the Bible's not a course in psychology. Okay. It doesn't tell us how the unconscious mind works, how the fight or flight part of our brain works. It doesn't tell us how our unconscious mind causes, our from our childhood, from the time we're born till the time we're adults. The Bible doesn't teach us that our unconscious mind is storing everything, and it shapes us into who we become. It touches on little things here and there, like, you become a product of your environment, stuff like that. It doesn't say it in those words, but you get the gist of it, but it doesn't, the Bible is not a course in psychology. It doesn't tell us how the unconscious mind works. It doesn't get into that stuff. So yes, if you are a Christian, God Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, your faith. Yes, these things will work, but you must be able to approach it the correct way. You know, someone who has been abused, whether sexually, physically, emotionally, can't be treated the same way and can't be approached the same way as someone who is addicted to porn or something. Okay. You know, there are different approaches. So in order to know how to approach in a biblical sense, you must be able to relate to the problem. You know, you must be able to identify the problem, really is what I meant, not relate to the problem. So until you know the source of the problem, then then if you have the experience, then you can figure out how to approach it. And this is basically what I'm saying, you know. And this is what by Dr. Troy Reiner's articles there. That's how he sees it. You know, we have to have the knowledge of how our brain works, of how the unconscious mind works, and how the unconscious, you know, our perception is, you know, everybody's perception is different based on where they came from, the environment that they came from. Okay. You know, we have to be able to understand this. The Bible doesn't teach us that. So we obviously have to go to secular organizations to learn this stuff. Science, observation. Then we can use biblical based treatments or therapy to address the problem that we have identified. So, in other words, we need the secular learning and the science learning, and then we need the Bible to learn how to deal with it. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. I don't know why I just didn't say that to begin with, but so we have to get the knowledge through these courses and certifications and everything else, and then instead of using you know, we're just getting that knowledge so we have the knowledge, so we understand, we know how to identify a problem. You know, why does this person get, you know, have an anxiety attack every time they're around the color red? Well, obviously there's something in their unconscious mind that is stored there that has to do with the color red. So we have to be able to identify that problem, and then we can apply the Bible and biblical therapy to it. So to identify the problem, we need the understanding of the mind, the understanding of the unconscious mind. So we need to have that experience, okay, that knowledge. And then we need the Bible to be able to fix the problem. There. I think I got the message across. Anyway, I don't know what happened here. I know I started off recording and all of a sudden it went live. I don't understand. Very strange. I hope I didn't hit a button by accident here. This is a very tight space I'm working in. But anyway, that puts me at about 30 minutes. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Don't forget, as I said in opening up here, the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be on this topic. So you don't want to miss it because I'm going to get into some how to address the problem. I mean, how to identify the problem, how to address the problem biblically. So don't go don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's been a long day. I had too much sun today. I was outside working in the yard from 8:30 this morning till about 5 o'clock this evening. I got a lot of sun. I was soaking wet in sweat. It was pretty warm here today. But I'm tired. It's basically what I'm telling you. I'm tired. So, and my eyes are blurry. Probably because I'm tired. Or it could be the fact when I was weed whacking this afternoon, I had stuff fly up and hit me in the eye. That could be the problem too. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks for listening, folks, and I will be back next Sunday evening. And as I said, there's going to be multiple parts to this. I don't know how many yet because I didn't write the whole. I didn't put the whole thing together yet. I do it during the week. So, but I know that this is a very major topic. And I would like to touch base on it because, as I said, when I was opening up, the churches in general, the leaders of the church, the leadership of the church, they're in denial, really. Their way of dealing with things is let's get everybody to pray on them, lay hands on them, which is great. That's a great thing. And please don't think I'm saying that you shouldn't do it because that's a great thing. You should be doing that. But there has to be other things involved because that itself is not going to help someone who can't get past something traumatic. Okay. Trauma will mess you up. It will mess you up. And it's hard for someone who has experienced trauma to have a sense of faith. Okay. So yes, lay hands on them, pray over them, pray with them. But there needs to be more than that, a lot more than that. Okay. So just follow along with me through the next few weeks. And hopefully, if you have someone that is close to you, that maybe is having an addiction problem or a PTSD about something, over something traumatic that happened to them, maybe a rape or sexual abuse or physical abuse, just, or addictions, stick with me because I'm going to throw some stuff out there over the next few weeks that you may be able to use. I'll throw you some tools, techniques, some Bible verses, and how to apply them, but how to help the person understand the verse. Reading the Bible's great, but if someone's having a breakdown, reading scripture to them, they're not hearing you. You've got to be able to calm the person. It's a process. It's a process. Okay. And just like anything else, faith you don't just wake up one day and your faith is like, it went from nothing to over the top overnight. It doesn't, human beings don't work that way. Okay. It's a process. Seeds are planted in people and those seeds grow and they sprout, but it's a process. So hopefully you'll get some good information from this. If if you have someone in your life or in your circle that could use some good Christian faith-based therapy. So I'm going to be on this topic for the next few weeks, as I said, and then after that, maybe we'll get on to some herbal remedies, some home remedies that let's not forget God created man and God created the earth, everything on the earth. So he gave us everything that we need to sustain us right here. That is I believe that so strongly. Health-wise, to maintain our health, wellness, it's all right here. So after I'm done with this, we'll be jumping on to herbal remedies and home remedies. The things that God has given us to sustain us. Anyway, now I'm at almost 40 minutes. So have a good night, folks. I thank you for listening, and we'll talk soon.